I think the most challenging thing is that you're still figuring out yourself and you're still changing. Like, we met when I was 19.
How do you guys grow together? How do you make sure both of you are aligned?
Yeah, I think having a strong foundation.
No, you're not going to steal. No, I just said that.
I said it in her ear. I said it in her ear.
Most people in their 20s haven't been in like a super serious relationship before.
There's a lot of things that we're building on. You're starting relationships, you're getting married, you're starting careers. It's all motion.
Working out all of your like fears and anxieties and all the things that make you different, and then you have to like mold to let that other person in your life.
How have you been?
I'm good. Do we look at each other or do we look at the cameras about it?
Let's just talk. Honestly, I'm still figuring things out. I don't know what is the best.
I am very well. I'm very well.
So what have you been up to?
I got married to our beautiful wife. She's off screen. Been working, doing photography, some videography, and yeah. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, I think I'm good. Yeah.
What have you been up to? You think you're good?
Yeah. What have you? Mostly working.
Yeah.
In terms of clients' work and also this as well. So I'm mostly trying to balance everything together and just enjoy life as well.
Good.
But so working and relationship, how's that going?
It's very good. It's very good. In terms of work, I was doing a full-time role for a year at the church, and now I'm doing part-time with them. So I'm diving back into freelance, predominantly like wedding photography and like brand photography. And yeah, my relationship's good.
So wait, when did you start working in church? The church?
Yeah. When did I start? January last year, January 2025.
Okay.
And then it was basically a maternity cover role. Mm-hmm. So the person that does the role went on maternity leave, and I did maternity cover for the year full time. That was like filming the sermons, making the sermon notes, all of that stuff. Yeah.
So how were you finding it?
Yeah, it was really good. I feel like the colleagues are really cool. I learned a lot, and yeah, it's just good vibes. But I feel like I'm more passionate about the freelance stuff, the creative stuff. So I was excited to get back to freelance as well. But also the consistent income. That was good.
Yeah. True. I hear it, man. And I think we're both similar in terms of what we do.
Yeah.
It's like, into just freelance, church stuff and pretty much that. But, so you touched on relationship. How long have you been in a relationship for altogether?
This August, it'll be 4 years dating. And then in September, will be 1 year married.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How old are you?
24.
24, married. What? That is crazy. Now that's great because honestly, I'm not even thinking about my mind. I haven't even gone there.
You're just looking at work right now.
Yeah.
You're locked in.
Yeah, but so how did the relationship start?
In church. We met in church. I feel like Gabriella should come and describe this real quick, Bells. Come in real quick. She always complains that I don't tell the story well. You should come and say it. Please.
You know I could blur your face out.
Come in. This is the origin story, the genesis of our relationship. Should I say
Okay, fine. Hi. No, it's actually not that funny. It's not that even that good. He just tells it really bad. Basically, I just had a crush on him, and I like tricked him into thinking that I wanted him to teach me how to play basketball, but it was really it was really just a scheme to spend time with him.
Pretended like she liked basketball.
Yeah, it was just a scheme to spend time with him and then get him to just fall in love with me, and it obviously worked.
Wow.
Really well.
That's great. That is great. So what was the first attraction? What made you want to be in a relationship with him?
Because I thought he was good looking, and he used to have a man bun. I don't know if you ever knew Josh in his man bun era, but he used to have a man bun.
Remember when I had one?
In secondary school, right?
No, it was when I was in uni.
Yeah, and I was kind of just like, new to faith, and but I was really, really deep into it, and so I really wanted to date somebody who had the same values as me, and he was just really, really cool. And he was really nice. He is a really genuinely really nice person. So yeah, that's what I liked about him.
So was the faith aspect important for you too?
Yeah, I'd say it was really, really important because there's like, it's just such a big foundation that I was building my life on, and it was really, really important to me. And I needed someone that shared those same values that would help me bring me closer to Jesus than like push me further away. And because I was like new to it, I really liked how Josh had been in his faith for such a long time, and he was really like committed to it. So I like that.
You're a lucky bastard, actually. Yeah, you're a lucky guy. But... Now, honestly, that's great because I'm not gonna lie. He shared a picture of you on Insta. I was like, wow, that actually is so cool, especially being in your mid-20s as well. That know a lot of us are we're still trying to figure out, you know.
I know. There's no pressure, honestly. It just happened that way. I didn't even really want to get married young. I wanted to get married in my late 20s, but it just happened.
So whose idea was it?
I feel like we was both ready.
Yeah, I feel like Josh was more ready than I was. He was
a bit scared, but we both,
he
both
was
knew each other were the right person.
Yeah.
So, do you want to be in this? Do you want to be in it, or it's up to you?
You don't have to blur me out, but you don't have to stay.
Yeah, ask some more questions.
Okay, cool. So what has been the most challenging thing being in a relationship in your 20s?
I think the most challenging thing is that you're still figuring out yourself and you're still changing. Like, we met when I was 19 and now I'm 24. I'm not the same person that I was when I was 19. So I think that's the thing. Like, you have to give each other the space to grow and realize that the person that you're falling in love with is going to be different and they're going to continue to be different, I would say. And that's challenging. Also, like,
I feel like it helps when you're young though, because you can grow together.
Yeah. But also, like, I feel like you butt heads a lot because you're so, I mean, like, most people in their 20s haven't been in like a super serious relationship before. And so, like, you're kind of figuring out like seriously dating and like working out all of your like fears and anxieties and all the things that make you different. And then you have to like mold to let that other person in your life. It's hard, but it's good. It's fun.
Honestly, I don't even know what to say because I've never been in a relationship. That is not even in my mind. And when I see young people, especially, I've known Josh since secondary school. So it's like, wow, that's cool. That's great. That's great. But one thing me personally, one thing I've always been scared of, especially being in a relationship, how do you guys grow together? Because when you're growing, some people might grow left and right. Yeah. So it's like, how do you make sure both of you are aligned in?
Yeah. I think, what do you think? I think that faith is a big foundation for that. Because then as far as you're growing apart from each other, your foundation is still the same. Like, if you have, not everybody.
Foundation.
Yeah, even if you're like any different religion or any different belief thing, like as long as your kind of core values are similar enough, then however you're changing, it's not going to be that much.
Yeah, I think having a strong foundation.
No, you're not going to steal. No, I should say that. No.
I said it in a rear. The foundation, everything else is secondary. So the foundation, like on your faith, as long as you got that intact and like aligned, everything else through communication comes together. Yeah.
But it's like we were different because like I had like all these different aspirations and things I wanted to do. I wanted to travel around the world, and I was like, I don't want to be tied down. I want to be free to like jet off to all these different places and do all these different things. And like Josh was like, I like London. I want to stay in London forever. I like London. And now we've changed. Like I'm like, I quite like London. And he's like, no, I'm bored of London now. I want to go and travel. So I think it's just like, you have to allow the other person to be different and like don't hold them back from their dreams. And I think, people need to be comfortable with the idea of dating someone and you still spend time away from them. Like, it's okay if you date and then that person goes traveling. Like, you can still make the relationship work. Like, it's okay to let the person be away for a period of time and then come back to each other. Anything to say?
Yeah, well, not too long though. You're not going traveling for a year. You can go away for 5 days if you want.
But one question I want to ask is relating to social media and relationship as well, because with what I do, I consume a lot, and majority of it mostly is negative, especially in terms of relationship. And how do you guys balance your individual identity and your relationship with not letting the outside noise get involved in it?
That's a really good question.
That's crazy. Let me think about it. Do you have an
It's
answer?
taking too long.
I don't have an answer.
Literally, you'll just be stood here all day just going,
He's a chilled guy.
I know. I think that I think social media can be really harmful to relationships. I mean, a lot of the stuff you see is negative and it puts a lot of pressure on both people in the relationship. You know, for men, it's like, if he wanted to, he would. And there's always that phrase being thrown around. And I was throwing it around too. I was like, if he wanted to, he would. But I realized, like, a big part of that is, did you ask him?
That's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm laughing. How do you expect us to know what you want if you don't say
did
anything?
you tell him? Because he might not know. And so I think sometimes, like, we can put all these pressures because we'll see people like, oh my gosh, their man's getting them all these gifts and he's buying them flowers, and why is my man not doing that? And it's like, okay, did you ask him? Did you tell him what you like? And so I did that. I was like, oh my gosh, all these girls are getting flowers and I'm not getting any. And I would be like, Josh, you need to get me flowers. You need to get me flowers. And then he'd get me flowers and I'd be like, this is such a useless gift. Like, I don't like it. I hate it.
You just want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's literally my next point, because majority of us are just, we don't even want it because of social media and what everyone is showing. I'm like, that does not make sense, because now you're literally, in my head, I think that is stupidity. You're not using your own mind to like decide what you want. You just
I think it's true. You need to make your own decisions. Like, I realized that flowers are like, they mean nothing to me. Like, I would prefer something else. I prefer books. I really like reading. And so I think, like, you have to stop basing expectations on social media. Like, all these ideas of like, people are going to have this career when you start dating, people are going to have all this money, and people are going to be like, no, like, it's unrealistic. Like, you need to grow with something, especially if you're dating in your 20s. You cannot expect the other person to be like a big fat baller and like own their own house. Like, the cost of living crisis, we can't afford houses, guys. Like, it's not going to happen. So I think you just have to make your expectations much more realistic. Like, as soon as you step away from social media and you like talk to your family members or something like that, you'll realize that like most of them, like, they didn't have this super easy life and they didn't just marry someone who was really, really rich, and like, you just have to grow together. And so, and it works the other way around. I'm not sure what the expectations are for girls because I'm not on that side of social media. So what are the expectations on women in dating?
I don't even know. I wasn't on relationship side of the social media.
He's like neutral ground. Like, he won't say anything controversial.
Yeah, I say not have any controversial. The truth is, we both came off social media like for like a year, and we're not really back on social media. We just post and then just delete it again because it's just a lot going on. Too many different opinions.
I hate all the different opinions of everything. It really irritates me because I feel like my feed is curated to rage bait me. Like, I hear all of these opinions that make me so angry, but it's because I keep interacting with the videos. They keep coming back, and so I'm like mad every time I open social media. So I was like, okay.
Why do I just unfollow it? If it's not if you're not educating me, I don't care. I don't really care about entertainment. I can entertain myself, but my feeling, I mostly use it for education and just get ideas, basically, in terms of, and I think that's the best way to do it.
I think so.
But how did your parents take it when they find that you guys were getting married? Like,
how did our parents take it? They were more like when we got engaged.
Yeah.
When we got engaged, they were excited. They were happy. They were
I'm
excited.
happy because his brother got married at 21.
Wait, I think you told me you told me that as well, yeah.
So you wasn't even the youngest person to do it.
No. So I feel like their reaction was just like supportive, happy. Like that's good. I'm glad both my sons are married now. That's
Kicked you out.
No. There wasn't anything like there's no drama, there's nothing.
There's no
What about your parents?
I think my family was more shocked because I'm the youngest of like 4 siblings and none of them are married. So I think everyone was like, what?
What happened? Yeah.
Like, and so young as well. Like all of your sisters are older than you. So I think my parents, they grew up in like, kind of like big faith households. So they didn't really mind that much. Once they met Josh and they liked him, they didn't really mind that much. But like other people in my family were like, are you sure? Like, are you sure? Because I feel like, 50% of marriages end in divorce. That's like a 50-50 chance that it's like successful. So I think that was people's main concern. Like, you're so young, are you sure? But young people, like, they are capable of making big decisions.
True.
We shouldn't diminish that.
Exactly.
And I've already asked this, but I want to make it more intimate. Like, how do you block out like your parents' opinion? Because right now it's only you two. It does.
Yeah.
It like your relationship does not affect your parents. So how do you block out what they think about what you guys are doing, basically?
I think Josh is good at that. He just like sets boundaries and is like, we need our time and our space. And like everybody had like our parents are so good, but everybody had like different opinions on like what we should do and where we should go and like what jobs we should have and stuff like that. And I think that's when you need to kind of come together and like have given each other that space to grow and be the person you want. Because like people are like, Josh, like you have a stable 9-to-5 job. Do you really want to go back to do freelance wedding photography? Is that a good stable decision to make as a married man? And it's like, I have to give him that freedom to be like, actually, no, like, this is what he wants to do. This is his passion, like wedding photography, videography, all of the artsy stuff he does. And like, and I had a job that was like really messing with my mental health. Like the people there were really horrible and like shouting at me every day. And I was like coming home and crying. And like people were like,
Shouting at you.
Yeah, they were shouting at me.
That is stupid.
They was being so horrible and like they were talking to me like I was so dumb and like I couldn't, like this one man was like, you can't add numbers together, and I was like, I got a scholarship to a finance university, like I can add numbers together. But yeah, and so everyone was like, oh, like jobs are horrible, like you should stay there, like, and I was just coming home and like crying every day, and Josh was like, no, like you should not stay there, you should leave, you'll find something else. And so I think that's the thing, like you have to come to each other because you should know each other the best, and also like allow the other person to do something controversial, like leave their job
Honestly, that's just
economic
supporting.
crisis.
That is honestly great because you guys are basically supporting each other to do what you want and to chase your dream as well, which is important in a relationship because you're in your 20s, like you could be doing anything, but you just decide to like, be together and just make it make sense. Yeah. Describe your 20s in one word and why.
Growth. Is that like too growth? Is that too like vast? I would just say because in my 20s is probably the first time I ever experienced like any real independence, like growing up at home, and then like I stayed in London for university. So like I'd say in my 20s is the first time I ever experienced any real independence, and it's allowed me to like figure out who I am without my parents being behind me, and also like make big decisions for myself. And like I've changed so much. I've become so much more confident, and I think that's because of like allowing myself to make big decisions rather than relying on my parents to tell me what to do.
Can I ask it again?
Describe your 20s with one word and why.
Sit down.
Can we
You're
sit
like
down?
not in it now. The relationship segment is over.
Alright, come.
No,
You come back.
Go.
Okay.
Let me answer this one. Describe my 20s in one word. Do you know, I just read your house. I was going to say motion. I think it's motion. Just there's a lot going on. There's a lot of things that we're building on. You're starting relationships. You're getting married. You're starting careers. It's all motion.
Do you see how he just copied my answer? I said growth and he said motion. Do you see how he just twisted what I said?
Motion's a better word for.
Okay.
Yeah, motion's a better word than growth.
Yeah, it makes sense. I like it because it literally makes sense. And I don't know what I'm talking about. My brain is gone.
What's the word to describe your 20s?
My 20. Honestly, learning. That is literally what my 20s about. Basically absorbing everything as much as possible to just put me in a better position in the future. Basically, yeah,
That's good.
that's it. But how do you balance your relationship and work as well? Not even marriage actually. Yeah.
The marriage. How do I balance marriage and work?
Because you can't be working too much and you forget about the relationship.
Yeah, you can't
You have
just-
to, you know.
This is like a juggling. I feel like, especially doing freelance, when you haven't got like a strict 9 to 5 schedule and like a routine, it makes it hard because you just want to chill. You wake up late, you just want to chill and just like spend time with each other. And then it gets to like 3 p.m. and you've got no work done. It's like, oh gosh. So I think it's just really working out a good routine and a good routine to work hard, but also like really be just, what's the word? Not committed. Let me think of the word. Intentional. That's the word.
Intentional.
Yeah, you gotta be able to be like, you gotta work hard, but also be intentional with the relationship. So like, however many hours you put into work, also like be intentional of growing your relationship and like having communication and yeah, just loving each other.
Period. I don't have an answer. I guess that. Wait, what was the question?
How do you balance working and also being married as well?
Okay. I think for most people, it's typically like most people will work 9 to 5, and then they'll come home. And so I feel like that schedule, it does allow you to spend time together. But I think the important thing when you get married is to not forget that you're still dating that person. Like you still have to buy them gifts. You still have to like take them out for dinner. You still have to like woo them. Otherwise, like it's gonna all the passion and stuff is just gonna go. Because you're gonna be like, this is just my housemate. This is just my housemate who I live with, who I sometimes make dinner for. Like, and so I feel like you need to continue.
That's like those people that stop working out when they get married because they won their woman.
You know what? You're right. Yeah.
But I'm also like a firm believer that like at some point in your life something will happen that will make you like realize what your priorities are. Like whatever it is, good or bad, will just make you realize like what is the most important thing to me in my life, and then let everything that you do flow from that. Whether that's your faith, your career, your relationship, like whatever is the thing to you that's the most important, let what you do flow from that.
It's good.